Hello, this is Seungjin Choi from G12, and today I'm going to introduce one book which is called Tyranny of Merit. Tyranny of Merit is one of the best-selling political philosophy books. The author of this book is Michael Joseph Sandel, who is a well-known American political philosopher and a Harvard University law professor. He has several notable works, including Liberalism and the Limits of Justice, Public Philosophy Essays on Morality in Politics, The Case Against Perfection, and What Money Can't Buy, The Moral Limits of Markets. Through these works, especially justice, Michael Sandel shows his criteria for judging a justice: maximizing welfare, respecting freedom, and promoting virtue. To briefly sum up the book Tyranny of Merit, it is about meritocracy, which is the main theme of the free market economic system. The meritocratic system has three characteristics. First of all, it fairly provides an opportunity to people. Secondly, it allows people to freely show their talent. Lastly, it gives a reward regarding people's achievement. Most people believe it's fair because it seems to be the fairest and most efficient at first glance. However, Michael Sandel believes that the meritocratic system is unfair. Through this book, he points out the problems of the system and says that it is further encouraging the hereditary succession of higher education, and this strengthens the polarization of wealth. Also, he raises the question that the conflict between winners and losers is being intensified as the winners are becoming more arrogant and the losers are becoming more humiliated. Meritocracy has a problem that it is impossible to provide fair opportunities and create perfect conditions for showing people's talent and ability. To elaborate, in a society where highly educated people are quite likely to be successful, providing fair educational opportunities is essential. However, the condition that everyone can pass a good university if they pass the entrance exam does not give them a fair chance. This is because a well-off child is more advantageous to prepare for the entrance exam. Statistically, a significant proportion of successful applicants at prestigious universities are rich children. In addition, even if all external conditions are the same, there is already a gap in nature, such as IQ and willingness to study, so it is not an equitable condition for everyone. According to Michael Sandel, one of the great negative effects of meritocracy is that the elite despise the low-educated workers. In a survey conducted in the US, the undereducated class received the lowest ratings among the representative discrimination groups, including Black, working class, poor people, and low-educated people. Most people oppose racism and sexism, but as for prejudice against low-educated people, they have an attitude of what's wrong with that. However, a bigger problem is that low-educated people themselves feel the same way. This shows how deeply the meritocratic view of success has penetrated society. In the end, this kind of system undermines the dignity of work, and it justified the excessive compensation for winners, while at the same time making people take it for granted that the low-educated workers get a ridiculously small compensation. So far, society has only emphasized equitable educational opportunities to solve the gap between rich and poor and hereditary problems of wealth. But this alone cannot solve the fundamental problems of meritocracy. The most necessary thing to make meritocracy fair is to find the dignity of work. There has to be a social atmosphere in which people respect workers without a university degree or a high academic background and regard them as people who contribute to public good. It is also important to realize that winners are not self-made and that the rewards given by society are due to luck. Humility will lead people to a fairer world. I think Tyranny of Merit is a well-organized book with a good topic to think about for the community. It logically tells the story of the process that we are mistaken about, and this makes us think a lot. I could sympathize more with Michael Sandel's idea because I am living in an era when justice, common sense, and process collapsed because of rampant corruption. In capitalism, which recognizes private property, the gap between the rich and the poor is inevitable. But I believe that the inequality will be resolved by restoring fairness in the educational system. Thank you for listening.